Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Deathbreath, where I do spoiler-free film reviews and sometimes celebrity interviews. And today, we have our special guest.
It's me, Scarediecatvazques. How y'all doing out there?
Okay guys, so the good. It starts off really ambitious. It has a really great stylistic look, everything's fast cuts, and it really draws you in. That's where it ends.
So the good on my end, the intro was amazing. I'm a big fan of Hellraiser, so, you know, anything with that title, it's already automatic. At least 5 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty cool mixture of like a cop movie and a horror movie. The intro was amazing, and it was just an alright good movie to me.
Hey guys, so the bad. You ready? Here's the meat and potatoes. I hated this movie. But beyond that, let's go into it. Okay, so like Scarediecat was saying, it is a cop movie, okay? And it really does its job to mimic Seven. And Seven, being such a superior film, really shouldn't be copied unless it's going to be copied to the same level of superiority that Seven was. And it does not happen. They try to make this whole killing by a certain sins thing, and it doesn't work. In addition to that, it starts with the Cenobites, and we get a little bit, but it's too little. Too little to the point that when I started watching this movie, I'm like, oh, that was amazing, the Cenobites, the Cenobites. And then I'm still watching it, and time's going by, and guess what happens? I'm more than halfway done with the movie, and it's still a cop movie. It's about detectives. It's not interesting. It's awful. It's just, like, I love the concept, what they were doing, but they just managed to, like, sink the ship by turning into a boring cop movie that copies Seven.
So the only thing I really didn't like about this movie was the ending. I thought they could have done something totally different. But, you know, with that only being the downside, I'd give it probably about like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? You didn't like my movie? Oh.
I was kidding! 7!
Alright, so we're here with the king of haunt talk, Scarediecatvazques. So, what did you like about this movie? Why did you give it the rating?
Like I said, I like cop movies, I like horror movies, so the fact that they kind of mixed them in together, it went a little more cop than horror film, but other than that, it was still a pretty good movie. Just that ending, though, that's what really killed it for me. I thought it was kind of not like, it didn't build up to the hype that they were trying to lead us to. It's all like, you go up a giant mountain and it's only like a 1 foot fall, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not that exciting afterwards, and you're like building up thinking it is, you know. But amazing performance. I'm used to seeing Doug Bradley do Pinhead, but now to see what was his name, Paul T. Taylor. Yeah, Paul T. Taylor did a really good job.
Like he did his own thing, and it was his own thing.
Exactly, and for a guy who's never been in a horror movie at all, because I think the closest thing to a horror film he was in was Sin City.
Oh yeah,
and like
that's
not even a horror movie. It's just like a weird
comic book movie?
Yeah, weird comic movie.
Great weird comic book movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I see what you said, but I disagree. It's like the opposite for me. Like, I like cop movies, I do. And I like horror movies, but this is a really bad cop movie that's copying Seven. Yeah. And it's not enough of a horror movie to make it interesting. Like, we see the Cenobites and little pieces here and there, and when we see them, it's great. And the whole concept in the opening's great, but it's just not enough to make it a good film.
Exactly.
But I feel like they had a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like almost like if they made a sequel, they need to include more Cenobites, less of it being a Seven knockoff, and just really finding its own balance, you know? But it was a massive misstep.
I feel it. Yeah, no. To each their own type of thing. I just like the fact that they still kept in like some of the same old Hellraiser qualities. You know, for those of you guys who watch the movies, you kind of know where this is going. For those of you who don't, basically it's the type of movie where everyone that's being killed is kind of deserves it. They're not really the good type of people. You know what I mean? They're like people who like drug addicts, not even drug addicts, like who sell drugs, you know, criminals, you know, child molesters and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, so
all sorts of creeps.
All sorts of creeps, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's mostly about like just, it's almost some sort of like spiritual justice type of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
From beyond the grave. Alright, man. So, thank you for being here, as always. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So what do you have coming on next? Who are you going to be interviewing next? What's next? What are you going to be doing next? Tell us a little bit.
I haven't released it on my own channel yet, but it is going to be a big name, at least to me, and to some of the members, my followers and stuff like that. It's going to be something different. Those of you guys who've seen my haunt talks, it's kind of like when you saw two guys or two people sitting down talking. This one's going to be a little bit different. It's still going to be us talking, but it's a whole different environment. It's going to be adding like a little bit more of a serious, like a more serious type of role instead of just like, oh, let's get together and hang out. It's going to be like, no, we're going to get together, but we're going to do something a little bit more, out of our boundaries, I guess you would say. But it's with a very, very talented person. I admire this person's work. I'll give you one clue. which is not really a clue because everything does, but they scared me to half to death. I wanted to run out of that room so fast.
Oh, I think I know now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do know. I know already. I knew already.
Yeah. So that's all that's coming up. Of course, you guys are gonna see us at Spook Show.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having you over.
Thank you for having me, dog.